Hi, this is Hitman SOS, and today I'm going to be showing you all my WWF Hasbro figures, as well as my WCW Galoob figures. I've actually been buying a lot of Hasbros in the last few weeks, and I'm trying to complete my Hasbro collection and my WCW Galoob collection. So I'm going to show you all the figures I have so far. So here we have Andre the Giant. He does the headbutt, kind of pull his head back and he springs forward. I got a double of Andre the Giant. Sometimes I'll buy a job lot of figures, and I get figures that I already have. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. This is basically a repaint of the first Hacksaw that they've done. This is the second Hacksaw. He comes with the American flag. He does the same thing as the first Hacksaw. He even has the hand that can hold the 2x4, but he doesn't come with the 2x4. Akeem, he also does a headbutt just like Andre. This is one I never had as a kid. I only got him recently. I never really cared about Akeem too much, but I think Akeem figures are pretty cool. Okay, Papa Shango. My girlfriend actually got this for me. He's got the necklace. It should really go around his neck, but it actually comes with a little peg so you can put it in his hand. So that's pretty cool that you can't really lose it, you know what I mean? So it looks better around his neck though. Okay, we've got the head shrinkers, Fatu and Samu. Fatu is probably better known as Rikishi. He doesn't look quite so fat. His ass is quite skinny on this figure. They both do the springy jump thing. Okay, we got Warlord. He does the grill press. Jim the Anvil Neidhart. He does the clothesline. This is from when he teamed up with Owen Hart as the New Foundation. So as opposed to Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart, it was Jim Neidhart and Owen Hart as the New Foundation, and his tag team partner Owen Hart. And this is actually the one and only Owen Hart figure I've ever owned. Jack's never done Owen Hart in the Classic Superstar series, and Mattel haven't done Owen Hart. So I think there's some kind of complication as to who's going to get the royalties or some shit like that. So he does the clothesline as well. Okay, Macho Man Randy Savage. This is the first Randy Savage from the Hasbro series, from Series 1, I think. So that's pretty cool. El Matador, he does the, I don't know, springy punch thing. Jake the Snake's body, just with a new head. Obviously it's a repaint as well, Okay, we've got Berserker. This is a pretty awesome figure. So Berserker was just one of those kind of jobber type guys, but I always think Berserker figures are pretty awesome. So yeah, you can see he's got Hacksaw Jim Duggan's arms, because he's got the hand that can hold the 2x4. He does the this, I don't know, thing, whatever you want to call it. Okay, Kona Crush. I think he's got Mr. Perfect's body, I think that is. He does a suplex thing. You put another figure's head in there, you wind his arm up, and he's supposed to kind of fall backwards and do some kind of a suplex or DDT. I don't have the Evil Crush. The Evil Crush is actually one of the rarest figures you can get from the Hasbro series, and I just haven't got around to actually finding one. But I'm gonna have to be patient. Another Randy Savage. I've already shown you this figure. Got two of those. So I got a few doubles because sometimes I'll buy job lots. Repo Man, he does the springy jump thing, whatever you want to call it. Virgil, he does the punch. Macho King Randy Savage. I like this figure. I think it's pretty awesome. Comes with the scepter and the crown. They actually like re-released this figure. I do have it like where it's exactly the same. It doesn't come with the crown or the scepter and has Macho Man as opposed to Macho King written on his ass. So that kind of sucked. Okay, Sid Justice. I've always loved Sid. I thought Sid was fucking awesome, but yeah, there's never too many figures of Sid. And I wasn't too impressed with the Jakks Classic Superstars version of him. But yeah, this is a cool one. He does the grill press. Okay, this is Series 1 Ultimate Warrior, the first Ultimate Warrior they done. He does the springy jump thing. Okay, Bushwhacker, Butch or Luke, I can never remember which one is which. He does this thing, kind of, you know, if you know the Bushwhackers, they kind of always used to walk down to the ring kind of doing this type of thing, so yeah, that's pretty cool, it makes sense. Okay, Bushwhacker, Butch or Luke, whichever one. He does the kind of stomp thing. You lift his arm up and, you know, his leg goes up and, yeah, he stomps on the other figures, you know. I don't have the second version of these that they done. They done a repaint of these, which are actually pretty cool. They come with hats as well, so I still need to get those. Honky Tonk Man, this is a pretty cool figure. Comes with it, his guitar, does you know, he can hit other figures over the head, you know. Okay, Nails. As far as I know, this is the one and only Nails action figure ever released. I don't know what happened to Nails. He wasn't around for very long. He does the windy punch. I do remember Nails like beating the shit out of Big Boss Man when I was a kid, and Big Boss Man was like out of action for a little while. You know, he was like all bruised and beaten up. You know, he was in hospital because this guy, I think he handcuffed him to the ropes and beat him up with Big Boss Man up with his own nightstick. Okay, Doink the Clown. This is a pretty cool figure. He's got like real hair, so that's pretty cool. He does the you know, the wind up arm punch thing. So quite often I see figures on eBay where like his fingers are missing. So if you're going to be looking for this figure on eBay, check out, you know, watch out for the fingers. Okay, the Mountie with his cattle prod. He does the you know, this thing, I don't know, where, you know, you can hit other guys over the head with the cattle prod. Pretty cool. I always thought it kind of sucked when I was a kid that you had to like play with these guys with their like entrance attire, you know. So, you know, it looks pretty cool for display though. Superfly Jimmy Snuka. My one actually has like 2 right arms, which is kind of strange. I bought this figure like really cheap off eBay, and I didn't like really notice that he had 2 right arms when I like bid it on him. But yeah, it's pretty cool because, you know, he used to kind of like do that. You know, he used to get on the top rope and kind of do this kind of thing and jump. So I guess if this figure was still mint on card, it would be worth a lot of money because it would be like one of a kind, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know if that's a factory error or if somebody's kind of customized it, but it doesn't look like it's been tampered with or anything. So okay, Bam Bam Bigelow. He does the I don't know, this thing, whatever you want to call it. Pretty cool figure. Okay, this is the last Hulk Hogan that they've done, the 4th Hulk Hogan. He's wearing the belt that comes with the Hasbro ring. I have actually recently purchased the Hasbro ring, still mint in box, off eBay. I don't have it yet. I bought it like just the other day. So you know, I'm still collecting these things. I'm gonna be making videos as I get more figures. So so yeah, I'm real excited that I actually got the ring. He does the springy punch as well. Okay, Greg the Hammer Valentine. He does the clothesline. I've always quite liked this figure, but this is like one of the cheapest and easiest Hasbro figures that you can get hold of. So, you know, kind of a boring figure. Okay, another Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Got a double. This one's in like real shit condition, which is a shame because he's got like his arms how they're supposed to be. You know, like say the one that I already had has like two right arms. It's supposed to be like this. Nasty Boy Brian Knobbs with the clothesline. I was real excited as a kid to get Nasty Boys. I always liked the Nasty Boys. Nasty Boy Jerry Sags. He does this thing. Pretty cool. Big Boss Man. I got two of these. I bought another one of these because my arm is broken off on the one I already had. But this one's in real shit condition, so yeah. But it's quite a common problem, I think, for the arms to be broken off because my brother had the same figure and he had the same problem. Okay, Demolition Crush. This is a fairly rare figure. He does the clothesline thing. He comes in a 2-pack with Smash and Axe. Axe and Smash were released singular, and then Crush and Smash were released in a double pack. And Crush and Smash in double pack, they come with helmets, but I don't have the helmets. And here we have Smash. Smash has the windy arm punch thing. And here we have Axe. Axe has the Gorilla Press Slam. Mr. Perfect. This is the first Mr. Perfect they've done. The second one was a repaint. I do have it with the blue. But if you remember, he always had like a... When he wore like the yellow, he always had like a blue bit on the back, but they didn't do that on this figure. But with the second figure, they did put the yellow bit on the back. I'll show you later. IRS. IRS does the stompy thing, lifts his arm up. Roddy Piper, he does the wind-up punch. My one doesn't actually work. It works a little bit, but only kind of goes back so far. Okay, the second Hulk Hogan that they've done from series, I don't know, 2 probably. He does the bear hug. I think he's the only figure that does this action actually. I think. The first Hulk Hogan from the Hasbro series, who does the Gorilla Press. And this was the third Hulk Hogan that they've done. And he does the kind of suplex thing. You put another figure's head in there, you wind his arm up, let go, he kind of falls backwards. Okay, the model, Rick Martel. He does that thing. Quite a nice figure. Would be nice if he came like with his arrogance spray and shit, you know. Okay, Shawn Michaels from the Rockers. He does the springy jump thing. Marty Jannetty from the Rockers. He actually looks like he does the springy jump thing, but he doesn't. You kind of lift his arm up and his legs go in. You let go. It's supposed to be like a drop kick. And I'm not sure, but I think he might be the only figure that does this move. Okay, this is the single version of Marty Jannetty from after Shawn Michaels kicked him and smashed his face through Brutus the Beefcake's barbershop window. He does that thing. Quite a nice figure. Okay, Giant Gonzalez. This is a pretty cool one. He does the, you push his feet in and his arms kind of move. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but yeah, it's a pretty cool move. He's quite a big figure as well. Obviously, this guy was like 7'7" in real life, and he's, he is bigger than the other figures. Okay, we've got Typhoon from the Natural Disasters. He does kind of like a leg drop. He basically just does like this thing, but his legs move, so you can kind of like bend his legs and kind of like make him do like a leg drop sort of kind of thing. I don't know. I can't do it with one hand at the moment. And we got Earthquake from the Natural Disasters. He does the exact same thing, same body as Typhoon, just a different head. You know, you kind of make him do like a leg drop. Coco Beware with Frankie. He does the springy jump. So quite a nice figure. I've always liked this one. Rick Steiner from the Steiner Brothers. He does the clothesline. Scott Steiner from the Steiner Brothers. He does the, I guess it's supposed to be the suplex thing, you know. Wind his arm up and stick somebody's head in there, boing, he falls backwards. Bret Hart. He did have a heart on there, but it's rubbed off. I do have another one that has the heart on there. This is the second version of Brutus the Barber Beefcake. He's got the windy arm punch. It comes with the shears with the black handle. I think this one was better than the first one. This is the first Brutus the Barber Beefcake. He does the springy jump thing. Comes with the shears with the red handles. Hawk from the Legion of Doom, also known as the Road Warriors. He does the springy jump thing. I always fucking love the Road Warriors, Legion of Doom. I have like lots of different versions of them from the Jakks Classic Superstars and from the Mattel Legends. Okay, this is Animal. He does the Gorilla Press Slam. I'm surprised they didn't do any more versions of these guys actually. Okay, this is the first Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He comes with the 2x4 which slides out of his hands real easily. You know, he does like his action's broken, but both of his arms are supposed to come up and then they spring back down again so that he can hit people over the head with his 2x4. British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. This is one of the old favorites from the early 90s. You know, British Bulldog was always real popular. Like, whether you were British or not, everybody just loved him because he was awesome. Big Boss Man. This is the first Big Boss Man that they've done. He does this thing. Comes with the nightstick. This is the fat version. This one's usually known as the fat version, and then you got the second one, which is known as the skinny version. Okay, Jake the Snake with Damien. He does the springy punch thing. This is still one of my favorite figures. I always loved Jake the Snake. Okay, Kamala with the springy jump. There is like a really rare version of Kamala, like where he has like the moon on his belly instead of the star. It is actually supposed to be a moon, but you know, they obviously made a mistake and then corrected it, and you know. The Ultimate Warrior, one of my all-time favorites. Pretty awesome figure, and you know, he does this thing, pushes his feet in, and he goes mad like the Ultimate Warrior is supposed to. Texas Tornado. He kind of does this. You wind his torso up and let go, and he spins around just like a tornado. That's pretty good. It suits him. So yeah, pretty cool. Okay, the Undertaker. This is the first Undertaker that they've done in the Hasbro series. He does the clothesline. The second version was a repaint, but the second version had his entrance jacket. $1 Million Man. This is the first Hasbro figure I ever bought as a kid. He does the windy arm punch. Comes with the $1 Million belt. Quite a nice figure. Ravishing Rick Rude. He does this kind of thing where you kind of get other guys in the headlock and you kind of punch them, you know. Sergeant Slaughter. I always thought this figure was pretty cool. He does, you know, this thing. Quite a nice figure. Quite a good likeness of Sergeant Slaughter as well. This is the second Ultimate Warrior from the Hasbro series. Does a Gorilla Press Slam. He's got paint missing off his nose, you know. Looks like he's been kissing somebody's ass because he's got like brown on his nose. But this is a common problem with this figure. I noticed, like, when I see these figures on eBay, most of them actually seem to have paint missing off the nose. Steiner also does this thing, you know, press his feet in and he does this. He was also known as Steve Kern. He was in a tag team called the Fabulous Ones in the early 80s. Okay, Ric Flair, he does the same as Ravishing Rick Rude, the headlock punch thing. Pretty scary looking version of Ric Flair, actually. Okay, Macho Man Randy Savage. I think this was the last Randy Savage that they done with his colorful kind of attire, you know. My one's in shit condition. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I've always thought this figure was pretty cool. He does the springy jump thing. Yokozuna. He does this thing. I do have the other Yokozuna, the repaint version, which I think is from Series 11. Okay, this is my Big Boss Man with a broken arm. I've already showed you this figure. This one's got the nightstick. And we got the second $1 Million Man that they've done. He does the stomp thing. He's supposed to come with a belt, but I lost the belt. You know, his $1 Million belt. Okay, so the bin's empty, but there's still more figures to show you. I got some Hasbros over here. Okay, so this is Bret Hart. I've already showed you this figure, but I bought another one because my heart's rubbed off on the one I already had, so I got another one in better condition. Okay, Bart Gunn. This is like a really rare figure. I don't have Billy Gunn yet. I'm still looking for him. I noticed that Bart Gunn is actually easier to get than Billy Gunn. He does the clothesline thing. So, you know, I'm going to have to get Billy Gunn at some point. Lex Luger. He does the Gorilla Press Slam. The Narcissist Lex Luger. Okay, this is the Series 8, I think, Undertaker. This figure's supposed to come with an entrance jacket, but I don't have the jacket. I bought this figure loose off eBay. He's virtually the same as the first Undertaker, but his hair's like a different color. You know, just basically a repaint. Not even really a repaint, just like different color hair, really. Okay, another British Bulldog. I just bought another British Bulldog because I got it cheap off eBay, and this one's in better condition than the one I had. Okay, another Berserker. I've already showed you him. I got two of him. Ludwig Borga. This is probably the only figure of this character that you can get. Really rare figure. One of the more expensive Hasbros to get hold of. So quite pleased I got him. He does the Gorilla Press. Adam Bomb as well. He's one of the rarer figures. You know, he's got Mr. Perfect's body. He does like the kind of perfect plex thing, the suplex. So quite a nice figure. You know, you wind his arm up and he falls backwards. It's a Tanka. This is quite an easy figure to get hold of. He does the Texas Tornado thing. He spins around. Okay, this is the second version of Bret Hart, where he's got like black tights and a pink top, as opposed to pink tights, black top. You know, this one's probably a little bit more detailed as well than the other Bret Hart. Yeah. Okay, this is a really rare figure as well. This is basically a repaint of the first Yokozuna, but he's got black tights with the white thong thing. You know, I think it's supposed to be like white with black. I think that's how it was, you know, in real life. So yeah. Okay, we got Dusty Rhodes, ready for rare figure. This figure I think was in Series 2. And the reason it's rare was because I think Dusty Rhodes left and went to WCW, so they kind of like recalled the figures. This one, he does like the headbutt thing, you know, just like Andre. So yeah, pleased to have this one. Rare figure. He's got a loose arm. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. And we got the 1-2-3 Kid. Again, he's one of the rare figures to get hold of. Quite an expensive figure to get hold of. And he does the headlock punch thing as well, just like Ravishing Rick Rude and Ric Flair. So yeah, quite pleased to have this one. Okay, Macho Man Randy Savage. This is exactly the same as the Macho King, except he doesn't come with the crown or the scepter. This was kind of like reissued in another series, and it says Macho Man on his ass instead of Macho King. That's the only difference. So that kind of sucked, you know, to just release the same figure with no accessories. This is the second version of Mr. Perfect with the blue. It's just a repaint of the first Mr. Perfect. Like I say, this one does have like the yellow part on the back like he's supposed to, as opposed to being one solid color. So that's pretty cool. And we got Razor Ramon as well. He's supposed to come with a gold chain, but I bought this loose off eBay, and finding this guy with his gold chain is fucking impossible. So I do have one of these coming. I bought it just yesterday off eBay. He's still mint on card, and yeah, that's the only way to actually really get him with his gold chain, is to buy like a mint on card version. And I got just one more Hasbro figure to show you. Shawn Michaels. This is the first mint on card Hasbro figure that I bought since I was a kid, but I'm actually going to keep this one in the package, I think. You know, I bought it off eBay for like quite a good price, so, you know, I was quite pleased to get it. It's one I didn't have, but I think I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna try and get a loose one as well to have with like my loose collection. So yeah, quite a nice figure. There's like another Shawn Michaels, which is like really rare, that I don't have, where he's got like black tights. Okay, so that's all my Hasbro figures. And I have like almost all the figures except for probably 6, 7, 8 figures I don't have. I'm not sure. And I do have like the ring as well, the Hasbro wrestling ring, which I bought off eBay the other day. I haven't got it yet. It's still mint in the box, and you know, so that would be pretty cool. And now I'm going to show you my WCW Galoob figures. Okay, my WCW Galoob figures in completely random order. We got Tom Zenk, Z-Man, in white trunks, white boots. We got Flying Brian Pillman with his tiger trunks. Butch Reed. Every WCW figure comes with one of these belts. Scott Steiner. Lex Luger. Ron Simmons, Ric Flair with blue trunks, Rick Steiner, Arn Anderson, Sting with orange tights, and okay, we got Barry Windham as well. So these are the figures that were released like worldwide, but I have some of the really awesome UK exclusives as well. And here we have the fabulous Freebirds, Michael Hayes, and I forget this guy's name, Garvin, Garvin, I forget his first name. So this is like the WCW version of the fabulous Freebirds that were around like in the early 90s. Okay, UK exclusive Sting, pretty awesome looking figure. So yeah, these things are quite easy to get hold of in the UK, but anywhere else they're like really expensive and rare. Okay, Giant Gonzalez. Actually, it's not Giant Gonzalez, it's Elegante. But this is the same guy who played Giant Gonzalez in the WWF. So, quite a nice figure. I actually have a double of this, so I'm going to sell one. Okay, another Barry Windham. There is a UK exclusive version of this where he's got blue trunks and blue wristbands, but it's like really fucking expensive to get hold of, and it's just a repaint. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna pay the price to have a fucking repaint. But sometimes I buy like doubles of these figures, because not all my figures have belts. I've lost some of the belts, so sometimes you can win the figures like really cheap and just like get the belts and throw the fucking figures away or something. You know. Okay, this is a UK exclusive version of Lex Luger. This is basically a repaint of the first version. He's got like green trunks with a yellow stripe down the side and yellow wristbands. There is a UK exclusive version of Lex Luger where he's like wearing a robe. I don't have that one. It's not that hard to get hold of here in the UK, so I will get it eventually. I just haven't got around to getting it yet. Okay, Dustin Rhodes, pretty cool figure. This is Dusty Rhodes' son. He's probably more well known as Gold Dust in WWF, but this is how he looked in WCW, UK exclusive. Okay, this is one of the rarest UK exclusives to get. You know, some of the repaints are actually like the really rare figures, but I don't really care too much for the repaints, but this is actually the rarest figure that isn't a repaint. So this is Big Josh. You may or may not know that Big Josh was actually Doink the Clown in WWF, so this is the guy who played Doink the Clown. He's supposed to come like with an axe handle accessory, but it's missing, and you hardly ever find this figure with his accessory, so, you know. But nice figure. I'm pleased to have this one. Okay, UK exclusive repaint of Sid Vicious. I don't actually have like the first version. It's exactly the same, but he's got like a black singlet as opposed to the pink one. It's not like rare or hard to get hold of or anything, the black version. I just haven't got around to getting it yet, but this one is quite rare, the pink version. So UK exclusive. Another Elegante. Already showed you this figure. Okay, UK exclusive Rick Steiner. I think this one looks better than the first version. A lot, you know, more colorful, brighter. So yeah, pretty cool. UK exclusive Scott Steiner. Again, I think this is better than the first Scott Steiner. You know, it's more brighter and just kind of nicer looking. Okay, another Z-Man. Got a double of this figure. Like I say, sometimes I buy doubles just to get the belts, you know, because this is one of those ones you can pick up for next to nothing off eBay. Another Butch Reed. This is in better condition than the one I had, so, you know, and plus he's got the belt. Another Rick Steiner. I got this because it's in better condition and I'm going to replace it with mine. Same with Scott Steiner. I got a better condition Scott Steiner, so I'm going to get rid of the one I had. UK exclusive Arn Anderson. You know, I never actually really took any notice that there was a UK exclusive Arn Anderson. You know, but this one's got completely red trunks as opposed to having like the red and white trunks. You know, like the first version had. But yeah, nothing interesting. Okay, this is the blue tights Sting. There was actually 3 Stings. They were all like in the first series. There was the orange trunks version that I showed you, the blue trunks version, and there was a black trunks version as well, which I don't have. My brother had the black trunks version when I was a kid, but yeah, I've never had it. Okay, this is a UK exclusive Ron Simmons, virtually the same as the first one, just a repaint. He's got like a white stripe down his leg. Yeah, and that's about it. He's got a white stripe down his leg, probably a different shade of blue as well. This is a UK exclusive Brian Pillman. This one's pretty cool. He's got like blue trunks and he's got like little, like I don't know, like little tiger faces or something on his knee pads. So yeah, that's pretty cool. This is another one I didn't even know existed until I come across it on eBay. And the last WCW Galoob figure I'm going to show you is Ric Flair. This is the UK exclusive version with red. He's got red trunks with like a lightning strike on the front. I don't know if you can see that there. You know, red knee pads. So yeah, just a repaint of the first version. So that's all my WWF Hasbros and all my WCW Galoob figures. I do have a couple more figures to show you. This is a vintage LJ and Farm Wrestler Hulk Hogan. It's in shit condition. I didn't know anything about wrestling or WWF. Didn't know who Hulk Hogan was when I got this. My mom bought it for me. Never gave a shit about this figure. I used to beat the crap out of it as a kid, but I'm kind of pleased I still have it. He came in a double pack with Nikolai Volkov, but I don't have Nikolai Volkov. I lost him a long time ago. So, you know, you put it like on your farm and wrestle, you know, with other wrestlers, you know, with your friends, whatever. And I also have this WWF water pumper, Ultimate Warrior, still in the box. It's basically like a water squirter. You fill it up with water, and I'm not sure. I think it's got a button. Yeah, he's got a button on the back there. You press it, and he squirts water from his mouth. So I'm not actually sure who made these. I can't like. Oh, Moldy Toys Corporation, 1990. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Looks like you can get Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior. So okay, so I just want to say thank you for watching, and please subscribe to see more figures. I will be making more videos with my Hasbro figures as I get more, and my WCW figures. So please keep watching, and thanks again.